All right, welcome. Today, we are going to talk about something you think you know like the back of your hand, distance. I mean, we all get how a ruler works, right? Point A to point B. But what if I told you that in the world of data, that simple ruler can seriously mislead you? Let's dig into why, and more importantly, what we can do about it.
So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at the problem with normal distance. Then we'll meet our hero, Mahalanobis Distance. We'll see how it actually reshapes space, check out its real-world superpowers, and then we'll wrap it all up from a statistical point of view.
Okay, let's dive right into section 1, the problem with normal distance. It turns out that good old Euclidean distance, the one we all learned in school, it has some pretty major blind spots when you start dealing with real-world data. So take a look at this cloud of data points. Your gut instinct might immediately point to one of these dots and say, that one's the farthest away. But is it really? See, this is where our intuition can trick us because, and this is the whole key, not all directions in this data space are created equal. And this right here really gets at the first big flaw. Imagine you're measuring height in centimeters and weight in kilograms. A 10-centimeter change seems way bigger than a 10-kilogram change, right? A standard distance formula gets completely dominated by the feature with the bigger numbers, even if the smaller changes are actually more meaningful. That's the problem of different scales. And that just scratches the surface. So here are the core issues. Euclidean distance is totally scale blind, like we just saw. It also completely ignores the fact that features are often correlated. Think about it. Height and weight tend to move together. And finally, it just doesn't care about variance, the spread of the data. A step in a direction where data is really tightly packed is not the same as a step where it's all spread out. So, how do we fix all this? Well, that brings us to section 2 and the answer to our problems, Mahalanobis distance. You can think of it like a smarter ruler, one that actually understands the context and the shape of the data it's measuring. At its heart, the definition really says it all. Mahalanobis distance isn't just measuring plain old length, it's measuring statistical distance. It takes into account all the things Euclidean distance just ignores, the relationship between features, their different scales, and how spread out they are. Okay, here's the formula, but don't panic. Seriously, we're not going to get lost in the mathematical weeds here. The goal is to get the intuition behind it. And to do that, we only really need to zoom in on one single incredibly powerful piece of this equation. And here it is. This little symbol, sigma inverse, represents the inverse covariance matrix. This is the secret sauce. It's the engine. It's a mathematical object that holds all the information about the shape, the spread, and the relationships within your data. It's what gives this distance all its power. Which brings us to section 3. So how does this secret sauce actually work? Let's try to get a feel for the geometry of what this formula is really doing to our data. It's actually a brilliant 3-step process. First, it uses that covariance info to literally rotate the entire data space, which gets rid of the correlation. Then it rescales everything. It squishes the directions that have a lot of spread, and it stretches the ones that are tightly packed, until everything is on an equal footing. And only then, in this new transformed standardized space, does it calculate a simple, good old-fashioned Euclidean distance. The result? A completely new way of seeing distance. On the left, Euclidean distance sees the world in perfect circles. It assumes every direction is exactly the same. But on the right, Mahalanobis distance sees the world in ellipses that actually stretch and mold themselves to the real shape of the data. Points that are far away along that long axis are considered closer because, well, the data naturally varies more in that direction. So this all sounds cool, it reshapes our data, but what can we actually do with it? That's what we'll get into in section 4, because this isn't just some abstract mathematical trick. It has some real-world superpowers that are total game changers. Its superpowers are used all over machine learning and statistics. It's basically a cornerstone for finding weird outliers, for classifying new pieces of data, for creating much smarter data clusters, and for all kinds of advanced pattern recognition. And you can see it in action everywhere. Banks use it to spot fraudulent credit card charges that just look statistically weird compared to the shape of your normal spending. AI uses it to find non-circular groups in data. It's used in medicine to flag unusual lab results, in facial recognition systems, and even on factory floors for quality control. It is everywhere. All right, let's bring it all home in our final section, the statistical point of view. We've seen the geometry, we've seen the applications. Now let's just lock in the core statistical idea. This table really says it all. You just have to ask a few simple questions. Is it scale invariant? For Euclidean? Nope. For Mahalanobis? You bet. Is it aware of correlations? Again, that's a no for Euclidean and a yes for Mahalanobis. This is exactly why their shape of equal distance is so different. You get simple circles versus these smart, data-hugging ellipsoids. Mahalanobis just gets the data in a way that Euclidean can't.
But here's the really cool part. This reveals that Euclidean distance isn't really wrong. It's just a very, very special case. If your data happens to be perfectly pristine, no correlations and all your features have the exact same spread, then that covariance matrix basically becomes a way of saying everything is simple and independent. And in that one perfect idealized scenario, Mahalanobis distance is the exact same thing as Euclidean distance. So if you take away only one thing from all of this, let it be this question. This is what Mahalanobis distance is really asking. It's not asking how many inches away is it. It's asking how many standard deviations away is this point once you account for the entire shape and structure of the data. It's just a profoundly smarter question to ask. And that leaves us with one final thought. This idea of a context-aware measurement is incredibly powerful. So think about it. Where else in your life does the shape of the context, the environment, the situation, the backstory, completely change the meaning of a measurement? It's a fun one to ponder. Thanks for joining me.